So sometimes in life, you run into recipes that are so easy to make and have so many great flavors to them that they actually excite you to get into the kitchen and start cooking and skip going out to eat. Anyways, today that's exactly what we got going on here on Spain on a Fork. I'm going to show you how to make 4 legendary tortilla wraps that are going to seriously blow you away. Now the beauty of these tortilla wraps, besides the fact that they're made with the most basic ingredients, is that they're also healthy for you. They're super easy to make, and the best part, each one comes together in just 5 minutes. You know, folks, you can serve these wraps as a main course, as an appetizer, or even as a snack on the go. Either way, with that first bite, I promise you're gonna get hooked on these tortilla wraps because they are that good. Now to make these wraps, I'm just going to use standard large white flour tortillas, but you can also use whole wheat, multi-grain, or even gluten-free tortillas. The most important thing, make sure you buy the larger tortillas, that way all the ingredients fit in there. Let's begin by getting our tortillas ready for the wraps. I'm going to cut a slit down the tortilla. You want to start in the dead center of the tortilla and slit it all the way down. This is going to make it so much easier to fold the tortilla to create a wrap, which gives it a beautiful design, and it's also going to ensure that all the ingredients are tightly packed in there. Alright, let's start assembling our wraps. For the first recipe, we're making a tomato, spinach, and cheese wrap that has so many great flavors to it, and it promises to fill your body with so much goodness. Let's begin by adding 3 slices of thinly sliced tomato on the bottom right corner of the tortilla. That's to say, right where you have the slit to the right side of it. Then we'll season the slices of tomato with a little sea salt and some freshly cracked black pepper. We'll add a handful of fresh spinach leaves on the top right corner of the tortilla, that's to say right above the tomatoes. 3 slices of thinly sliced manchego cheese on the top left corner. The one that I'm using has been aged for 6 months. And we'll add in a slice of Havarti cheese on the bottom left corner of the tortilla. Now to make this wrap, you can use whatever cheeses you like, but let me tell you, the combination of manchego and Havarti have such an explosion of goodness. Then we'll start folding our wrap. You want to start on the bottom right corner where the tomatoes are. Gently flip it over the spinach. Then into the manchego cheese. And finally into the Havarti. And check it out, our first wrap is done. Alright, let's move on to the second recipe. We're making another very simple wrap with smoked salmon, cream cheese, rucola, and red onions. This one right here is one of my personal favorites because it's got such a great flavor to it. Let's begin by adding in a couple slices of smoked salmon, once again to the bottom right corner of the tortilla. That's right where the slit is, to the right side of it. Then we'll add in a small handful of thinly sliced red onions on the top right corner of the tortilla, which is right above the smoked salmon. A handful of fresh rucola on the left top corner. And we'll spread some cream cheese on the bottom left corner. And once again, to fold the wrap together, begin on the bottom right corner where the sliced smoked salmon is, fold it over the sliced red onion, then into the rucola, and finally over the cream cheese. And check it out, our second wrap is done. You gotta say, that was so easy to put together. Alright, moving down the list to our third wrap, we have a vegan option here that truly has the most incredible flavors to it, made with hummus, avocado, roasted red bell peppers, and rucola. Let's begin by adding in 2 roasted red bell peppers on the bottom right corner of the tortilla. Then adding in a handful of fresh rucola on the top right corner. Half of an avocado that's been thinly sliced on the top left corner, and then seasoning the avocado with a little sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll spread a generous portion of some plain hummus on the bottom left corner. Then we'll fold the wrap together, once again beginning in the bottom right corner where the roasted peppers are, folding it over the rucola, then into the avocado, and finally into the hummus. For our fourth and final wrap, as always, we are saving the best for last here. We're making a delicious wrap that's got tuna, tomato, rucola, and cheese, and when you combine all these ingredients together, it truly is an explosion of so much goodness. Let's begin by adding in 3 slices of thinly sliced tomato on the bottom right corner of the tortilla, and seasoning the tomato with a little sea salt and some freshly cracked black pepper. Then we'll add in some canned tuna on the top right corner. Important to drain the can of tuna into a sieve beforehand and mix it around. That way you can remove any of the excess oil in the tuna. We'll add in a small handful of arugula on the top left corner. And then a slice of Havarti cheese on the bottom left corner. And we'll gently fold the wrap together, once again starting in the bottom right corner and then going counterclockwise. And check it out, folks, all 4 of our wraps are done. You gotta say, these were so easy to make. Made with the most basic ingredients, but the best part, each one took just 5 minutes to put together. You know, you can serve these as is at room temperature, or add them into the fridge and serve them chilled, or even better, add them into a hot pan with a little olive oil. That way you can crisp up that tortilla, which really takes these wraps to the next level of goodness. Either way, this is what 4 legendary wraps look like. Now, I like to serve these with a little crispy edge on the tortillas, so I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that. I'm gonna grab a large non-stick fry pan and heat it with a medium heat. After heating the pan for a couple minutes, I'm going to drizzle in 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, which is 15 milliliters. And we'll immediately add in 2 of the wraps and cook them for about 1 minute per side. This is enough time to give them a beautiful golden fried color on both sides. And you know, I like to cook these in batches. If you overcrowd the pan, it makes it so much more difficult when you have to flip those wraps. And we'll continue to cook our other 2 wraps in the exact same technique. Check it out, folks. All 4 of our tortilla wraps are done. They all look so beautiful, but as always, now is the time for the moment of truth. Let's see how they turned out. I'm gonna try with the one with the tuna. Lord almighty, that's so good. Another one of those dishes to get so excited about. Such simple ingredients, so many great flavors. And like I told you at the beginning, you don't have to toast these in the pan with a little olive oil, but by doing that, just 1 minute per side, it gives them a light crispy texture on the outside, taking these wraps to the next level, folks. 4 legendary tortilla wraps. Give these a try at home, and I promise they're gonna drive you wild because they are that good. Really quick before I go, shout out to a couple of my patrons, Michael and Kelly Thompson, Dr. Michael Barvitz, and Terry K. Clean. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like button, as it really helps out the channel. Leave me a comment below and share this video with your family and friends. That way our Spain on a Fork community can continue to grow. Until the next time, hasta luego.